Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the live broadcast for the third race here in the Season 2 NASCAR Dirt Touring Series season. Coming to you from Drebin. These drivers are in the middle of their qualifying session. 16 drivers ready to take the green flag in the feature race. It is the final race of the night, and it is race 3 of 18 this season. No playoff system. It is simply the driver with the highest points total at the end of the 18 race season that will be declared your Season 2 Dirt Touring Series champion. Got a special treat for you all. Actually, last year's champion Nathan Scott in the number 2 car will be in the race. As well as B.J. Thomas in the number 99. Gary Football, Nicholas Don Francesco, Chase Dunn, Shockey Sherm, Jay Twizzy, Trevor Lane, Kenny Adair, Dakota Bro, they're all back. Timmy Brown, they're ready to rock and roll here for the third race of the season. 16 cars ready to go for Drebin. 100 laps at another challenging short dirt track. Last year's champion Nathan Scott in the number 2 car will be joining us for this race. B.J. Thomas in the 99 car also joining us for this event. 100 laps here at Drebin. Getting a report we will need to redo qualifying. THR Hardpickle, Kenny Adair, he had the lobby in a public lobby rather than a private lobby, so we will have to redo the qualifying session by the sounds of things. And once we get the starting order set up for you, we will bring you live coverage of the third race of the season. We're in Season 2 of the NASCAR Dirt Touring Series, hosted on NASCAR Heat 3 on the PlayStation 4 console. If you missed Bristol earlier tonight, it was Sputters in the number 27 car capturing the win. And if you missed the Las Vegas dirt track race, definitely make sure you go back and watch that. It was one heck of a race. Ronnie in the 37 car capturing the win there. And now we're all lined up, getting set, ready to go here at Drebin. Some of the drivers that were in the races earlier tonight are electing to sit this one out, and some of the drivers that will be racing part-time this season, such as B.J. Thomas and last year's champion Nathan Scott, will be joining us in the event here. And it's always a bit of a game changer when those types of drivers join the race, because you know that the chances of winning have simply just went down. The odds have shrunk in your favor when there are more top-notch drivers in the event. Still waiting to get qualifying set up for you, ladies and gentlemen. And once they are completed their qualifying session, we will be bringing you live coverage of the 100-lap feature race at Drebin, Race 3, here at Season 2 of the NASCAR Dirt Touring Series. Head over to NOSSCAR.com/Dirt Touring Series at the end of the night to see where your favorite driver is seated in the point standings. You can also go to Facebook.com/NASCAR Series. Check out all the photos and videos and Facebook posts related to everything NASCAR. They have the qualifying lobby ready to go. 7 laps of qualifying. 17 drivers entering the qualifying session. Getting a report that Jason Armstrong in the number 80 car making his first start of the season. Looking to put the car in a solid starting position. Remember, he made it to the Final Four in the 2018 NASCAR Truck Series season in the playoffs. Armstrong also made the playoffs for the NASCAR Motormaster Series, being eliminated in the round of 12. So he really knows how to wheel it on the asphalt and the concrete. We've seen it, and we're ready to watch it on the dirt as well. Now we're coming off a very exciting 100-lap race at Las Vegas dirt track. If you missed that, make sure you go back and watch the footage of the 3-4 car battle for the win in that event. But now we're coming to Drebin, where we have a lot more banking in the corners, and we're going to see a lot more 2 and 3 wide. We're going to see some higher speeds than we did at Vegas as well. Qualifying has begun. These drivers all have 7 laps to post the fastest lap time that they possibly can. And each driver's fastest lap time will determine the starting order for the 100-lap feature race. Looking forward to see WVU fan in the 22 car make another start here in the NOSSCAR Dirt Touring Series. He's had strong runs and a strong car in both of the first 2 races. Didn't get the finishes he was hoping for. Hoping it's his time to shine here in the 3rd race of the season. These drivers will be completing 14-second lap times here at this dirt track. So 100 laps here at Drebin goes by in a flash, especially when we have no cautions. There will be 2 stoppages, and those stoppages are for the end of stage 1 and the end of stage 2. And then these drivers will be lined up for a 36-lap final stage to see who's going to win this thing. Qualifying is complete. We are awaiting the results now. And it's very early in the season, everybody, but if we were to list off a couple of names that are going to be threats for the championship, contenders all season long, we'd definitely be looking at the number 27 of Sputters, the number 37 of Ronnie, Nicholas Don Francesco in the 77, Dakota Bro in the 98, and perhaps Info in the 07. Those 5 drivers have really stood out. Chase Dunn in the 36 car has done a tremendous job in the opening 2 races as well. Trevor Lane in the 00 car has shown flurries of speed, has a couple of top 10 finishes to start the season to show for it. We're going to be getting the invitation within seconds, folks. On the pole is Chase Dunn in the number 36 car. Well done by Chase Dunn. Ronnie starts in second on the outside of row 1. And we now have 18 cars ready for this race at Drebin. It's the most we've had in the field so far this season in the first 3 races. And here we are, folks. We made it in. 18 drivers set to go to war for 100 laps here at Drebin. Chase Dunn on the pole. Ronnie in second. B.J. Thomas third. Last year's champion Nathan Scott starts in fourth. Shockey Sherm starts in fifth. Sputters is going to start in sixth. Dakota Bro starts in seventh. Info is going to start in eighth. Dave in ninth, and rounding out the top 10 is Gary in the number 76 car. Again, 18 drivers ready to go here at Drebin. Kenny Adair starts in 11th, just barely outside of the top 10. In that number 9 car, he's shown some speed in the first 2 events as well. He's currently sitting 6th in the NOSSCAR Platinum Cup Series point standings after the first 4 races of competition in that series. Pair of top 10s. We're almost ready to bring you live coverage, folks. And here we go. Battle for the race lead. Chase Dunn in the 36 car has it. He is their pole sitter. Ronnie in the 37 right behind him in second. There's last year's champion, Nathan Scott, in the 2, running in third. He's already gained a couple of spots since the start of the race. Shockey Sherm in the 98 car right there behind both of them, running in fourth. There's B.J. Thomas in the 99, running in fifth, with Info in the 07, running with him in sixth. Oh, and there's the 76 car, spun on the racetrack. He's going to get it fired up and going again. Tough break for Gary. Goes 1 lap down early in the going. Stage 1, 30 laps in length. New race leader, it's Nathan Scott in the number 2 car. Ronnie in the 37 takes second. Chase Dunn slips back to third. Shockey Sherm trying to look to the inside. That's a battle for the 3rd and 4th position you're watching between the 36 and the 98. Info in the 07 takes the 5th position from B.J. Thomas just behind them. Six cars have broken away from the rest of the field, and some of them coming up on lap traffic. Some contact was made there between Chase Dunn and Shockey Sherm. They straighten it out, and now Info was able to get by Shockey. And now he takes the 4th position, but for how long? Here comes Shock back down on the inside. 3 wide for 4th, 5th, and 6th. 4 wide with one of the lapped cars, the 43 machine of Chase Montgomery. He lets the leaders clear him. Info on the outside now. He was just on the bottom. BJ up to 3rd, or excuse me, up to 4th. Right behind Chase Dunn. It's Nathan Scott, Ronnie Beach, Chase Dunn, BJ Thomas, and Shockey Sherm. Your top 5. Info in the 07 running in the 6th position. WVU fan in 7th. The top 2 have run away from the rest of the field, it looks like now. There is your race leader, last year's champion, Nathan Scott. However, Ronnie, the winner at Las Vegas, on his way, setting sail after that number 2 car. Shockey Sherm settles into 3rd. BJ Thomas settles into 4th. But those drivers now about 2 seconds behind these 2 drivers, battling for the lead up here. And coming up on a couple of cars that'll be going 1 lap down. Oh, there was a wreck on the front straightaway. Nathan Scott was involved, and I didn't see who the car was that spun. That was crazy. Looks like it was the 76 car of Gary. He is now pulled off the racetrack, and he is out of this thing. Meanwhile, back up front, the battle for 3rd, 4th, and 5th continues. And there's a look at your race leader, Nathan Scott, who is now in heavy lap traffic. Coming up on, excuse me, Kenny Adair, Jason Armstrong, Jay Twizzy, and many more. There's Jason Armstrong in the 80 car. Always a very kind and professional e-sport driver here in NOSSCAR. Looks like he's going to let the leader go by. It's Zachary Craig in the 83 car now, just in front of the leader. In the white and blue number 83. That was also Jay Twizzy that let the race leader go by. Kenny Adair in the 9 car goes 1 lap down. He saw Zach Craig make a pass on Kenny. So Zachary doing everything that he possibly can to keep himself on the lead lap. We have about 10 laps left in stage 1. Or excuse me, 7 laps to go in stage 1. They click off so fast here at these short dirt tracks, especially when we come to a dirt track like Drebin, where there's lots of banking and high speeds to play around with. Ronnie still running in 2nd. Chase Dunn running in 3rd. He is past BJ Thomas and Info in the 07 car, so put Chase Dunn in the 36 up into 3rd position. Nathan Scott doing a great job negotiating his way past these lapped cars. Now he's actually under fire from one of the cars that's gone 1 lap down, and that's Zach Craig fighting hard with the race leader to get back on the lead lap rather than having to take the free pass. They're on the back straightaway now, working their way through 3 and 4. They're doing this while they got a couple of cars in front of them as well. The cars in front of them love seeing this. It increases their chances of staying on the lead lap till the end of the stage as well. Getting a report that Gary's tire blew. Right front went down on the number 76 car, so he has pulled it off the racetrack, and he will finish in the 17th position. That's a tough break for the driver who finished in 4th in the Motormaster Series standings, final standings. Nathan Scott of the number 2 car wins stage 1. He's picking up exactly where he left off last season, winning the championship last year. The 83 car will receive the free pass and get back onto the lead lap. That is Zachary Craig. So that'll have 12 cars left on the lead lap once Zach gets put back on the lead lap. Kenny in the 9 car, Jason Armstrong in the 80, Jay Twizzy and Chase Montgomery all still on the racetrack, but Shockey Sherm and Gary Football have both pulled off the racetrack with problems with their race cars. Shockey Sherm will finish in 18th. Gary Football is going to finish in the 17th position. And we'll restart with 12 cars left on the lead lap. Nathan Scott, Ronnie Beach, Dakota Bro, the top 3 finishers from stage 1. And now here we go. The green flag back in the air. Some pit strategy was used. Trevor Lane restarts as your race leader, and he elects to take the outside line. Oh, and they're stacking up behind him. Now Nathan Scott takes second. He's all over the back of Trevor Lane for the race lead. Ronnie Beach takes third. And some severe contact back there. They're holding on to it still, but I don't know how. Ronnie Beach in third. Dakota Bro now up to fourth. Info in the 07 car at fifth, but he's being challenged by Sputters in the 27. Whoa, and contact made between the 37 and 98. We've seen them bounce off each other a couple times this season. That's a battle for third and fourth. Trevor Lane has now lost the race lead to Nathan Scott, last year's champion. But great job by Trevor in the 00. He's now currently scored in second. He's gained a lot of track position by choosing to not pit at the end of stage one. Sometimes that's what you got to do in the NASCAR Dirt Touring Series. You got to gamble once in a while to get the results you're looking for. Ronnie in third, Sputters up to fourth now. Dakota Bro drops back one position to fifth. Info in the 07 running in sixth, but he's got Nicholas Don Francesco in the 77 on his inside. He makes the pass, but there was contact made. Info into the outside wall. He's going to lose another spot, this time to the 83 machine of Zachary Craig. Now loses one to BJ Thomas and Chase Dunn as well, and a lot of these cars made pit stops at the end of stage one, and that's why they've lost a lot of their track position. Now we're watching these cars battle for second, third on back. Ronnie in the 37, Trevor Lane in the 00, Sputters in the 27, Dakota Bro in the 98. Whoa, contact made, but they hold on to it again. Sputters looking for fourth from Trevor Lane. He's starting to fade a little bit after getting that track position with the pit strategy. Nicholas Don Francesco in the 77 coming on strong. He's in the sixth position, starting to work his way towards these guys that are fighting inside the top five. Nathan Scott in the 2 leads the way. Ronnie in second in the 37. The gap is about 1 second, although it doesn't look like it. These drivers are running 14-second lap times, so that little gap that you're seeing in between Nathan Scott in the 2 and Ronnie in the 37, it's about a 1 second gap. But it is increasing, and it looks like last season's champion is picking up where he left off, as I mentioned earlier, leading the race and looking good. No lap traffic coming up quite yet. Should mention now that Dakota Bro has worked his way around Sputters, and that was for the third position. These 3 lime green cars had a heck of a battle at Bristol and a heck of a battle at Las Vegas. They're doing it all over again here at Drebin. Race 3 of 18 in the Season 2 NOSSCAR Dirt Touring Series. Contact made between the 27 and 98, and Dakota Bro goes for a slide because of it. He holds on to it, but give the position to Sputters, and he saw Dakota. He took a pretty heavy run in the corner there. It looked like he was trying to repay him. Trevor Lane in fifth, trying to hold off Nicholas Don Francesco and Chase Dunn. Those are the drivers back there fighting for those spots. There's Info in the 07. There's BJ Thomas in the 99 just in front of him. The 83 of Zachary Craig. All these cars on the lead lap having a good run. BJ Thomas in the 99 is running 7th. Info in the 07 running in 8th. 83 just behind them running in 9th. That's Zachary Craig. And it's Chase Dunn, the pole sitter in the 36 car, rounding out the top 10. So you're watching the battle for 6th on back. Meanwhile, back up front, same story, just different stage. Nathan Scott, the race leader, but he's got company. Ronnie seems to be the fastest car on the long runs, but in the short haul, Nathan Scott is able to pull away. There's Jason Armstrong in the 80 car going a lap down. Gives plenty of room to the two cars racing for the lead. Sputters is the next car in line behind these two in third, but he's quite a ways back now, almost a full straightaway. Dakota Bro running in the fourth position in the 98 machine. Down into the closing laps now. In stage 2, Nathan Scott trying to hold on. And Ronnie Beach in the 37 car right behind him. It's going to come up a little bit short. Nathan Scott in the 2 wins stage 2. Your stage 1 and stage 2 race winner is last season's champion, the defending champ, Nathan Scott. Ronnie Beach in the 37 runs in second, finishes second at the end of stage 2. Wow. We're going to restart with 13 cars left on the lead lap. Kenny Adair in the 9 will get the free pass. Nathan Scott, Ronnie Beach, Sputters, Dakota Bro, Nicholas Don Francesco, Trevor Lane, Info, BJ Thomas, Zach Craig and Chase Dunn, WVU fan, and Dave. Those 12 cars all on the lead lap, and now Kenny Adair will join them. 15 cars left on the racetrack. 18 drivers started the event, and we are down now to the final stage, folks. Green flag back in the air. Your race leader, Ronnie, in the 37 car. Pardon me. Now they battle down into turns 1 and 2. Or 3 and 4, rather. Ronnie in the 37 car is your race leader. Dakota Bro in second. Nathan Scott in the 2 car chose to come down pit road at the end of stage 2. We know some cars did not, and it's been a wild start to the final stage ever since. Drivers trying to get back to the front. Drivers who just got there trying to stay there. And there's your race leader. They're all chasing Ronnie. Nathan Scott, we know, has a car that can compete with the 37, but now he is mired back in traffic, running in the 7th position. Getting a report that WVU fan has pulled off the racetrack with some sort of issue to his race car, and he's going to finish the race in the 15th position. And that leaves us with 14 cars left on the racetrack. You're watching the battle for the race lead between Ronnie in the 37 and Dakota Bro in the 98. Just behind them, it's Info in the 07 car, running in third, with Sputters in the 27 car running in fourth. You're watching the battle now for third and fourth on back. Wait for it. Here come your race leaders. And Dakota Bro in the 98 with a big move on your race leader. He took the lead for a moment. We're going to get back to that battle for you. And now here it is. Ronnie retakes the lead. And now they got company. Sputters in the 27 car. Right behind them in the third position. fourth position now, rather. Info in the 07 takes the third spot. Nathan Scott in the number 2 is coming. The defending champion and the Stage 1 and Stage 2 winner is now running in the 5th position. Zachary Craig right behind him in the 83, running in 6th, and Chase Dunn in the 36 car. Your pole sitter runs in 7th. 7 cars right near each other, battling for the win. We have to take a short break from the footage, folks. We're going to come. And we're back, folks. I apologize about that. Ronnie Beach in the 37, still your race leader. Dakota Bro in 2nd, Sputters in 3rd. Nathan Scott has rallied back to the 4th position. He restarted the final stage in 4th, but he got caught up in a couple of incidents, and he was 3 and 4 wide at one point. Now he's running in the 3rd position, just made a pass on Sputters. Dakota Bro, rather. Sputters now running in the 2nd position in that number 27 car, looking awfully strong. Whoa, contact made between Zachary Craig and Dakota Bro right there. That is a battle for position and more contact. Now Dakota trying to run for dear life. It's a battle for 4th, 5th, 6th on back, folks. Dakota Bro in 4th. Zachary Craig in 5th. And the 07 car right there with him, the white, yellow, and black machine. It's driven by Info. He's running in 6th position. And it's Chase Dunn in the 36 car running in 7th, not too far behind this 3-car battle. So one slip or one false move, and he's right there. Here's Kenny Adair in the 9 car. Got the free pass at the end of stage 2. He's now back on the lead lap and running inside the top 10, but there was a big crash in front of him. Trevor Lane in the 00 car clipped the inside wall, was able to keep it going, but man, that looked vicious. And now the leader, Ronnie in the 37 car, approaching these guys. There you see the leader, the lime green car, 37, EHG letters written on the front. Sputters is still running in 2nd in the 27, and Nathan Scott runs in 3rd in that red and blue number 2. Contact was made there. A couple of the cars that are fighting to stay on the lead lap got into it. That was close. Meanwhile, back out front, Ronnie looking for his 2nd career NOSSCAR Dirt Touring Series win. Sputters in the 27 car, looking for his 2nd career win as well. Both these drivers won the first 2 events of this season earlier tonight. Sputters in the 27 won Bristol. Ronnie in the 37 won at Las Vegas, and now they're both battling here to see who's going to win at Drebin. Down into the closing laps. Nathan Scott, the defending champion, in third, catching both these guys. Trevor Lane in the 00 car, providing all sorts of problems here. And now they're side by side for the lead. The lead is now in the hands of Sputters in the 27. Or is it? Here comes the 37 back to the inside. And no, I do believe that that's it, folks. The race is over, and it's Sputters in the 27 car winning here at Drebin. Ronnie in the 37 finishes in second, and Nathan Scott will finish third. Wow, Trevor Lane in the 00 car really had a major hand in who won that race, and that is going to haunt the 37 for a long time, but it's Sputters in the 27 car, second win of the season. And now one can only assume that he is your points leader after capturing his second win. Wow. Gonna see if we can get a quick word with your race winner here. Going to see if we can get a word with your race winner. 2 wins this season for Sputters in the number 27 car. He's got to be thrilled with that. Well on his way to a potential championship run here in Season 2 of the NOSSCAR Dirt Touring Series, hosted on NASCAR Heat 3 on the PlayStation 4 console. Don't forget to head over to NOSSCAR.com/Dirt Touring Series in about an hour from now to see the updated point standings. And here he is. Welcome, Sputters, to the broadcast booth. Congratulations, second career win of the season and only your third start in the Dirt Touring Series. Way to go.
Thanks. It's good to be back this quick.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Not many drivers can say they've won 2 in one night, that's for sure. We saw a wild battle for the lead there and for the win at the very end, and a couple of lap cars came into play. Take us through those final laps for us.
That lap car held Dabs him up enough to let me get underneath him and get by him.
What was going through your mind when you were able to make the pass?
Don't push him high. Just trying not to run him high and get into him.
You were running solid inside the top 5 for most of the race, but you were having a bit of a tough time running down some of the drivers once they got into clean air. What was the car feeling like for you?
Loose off, spinning a lot coming out of the turn.
Well, congratulations, man. Second career win of the Dirt Touring Series season, and a great start for the season for you.
Thank you.
That was Sputters, everybody, driver of the number 27 Dirt Late Model. We're going to see if we can have a word with the driver who finished runner-up in this event. It's a little bit of a heartbreaker for him, though. That's for sure. And we're going to try to get a word with Ronnie, a.k.a. Dabs. Joining us now in the broadcast booth for a post-race interview, driver of the 37 car, Ronnie. How you doing?
Not too bad. How about yourself?
Not too bad either. We're a little surprised we're not interviewing you in victory lane, to be completely honest. There was a lapped car towards the end of the race that really threw a wrench into your plans. And take us through those final laps. What happened out there?
I knew he was reeling me in. I was just trying to keep down low, and he still got underneath me. Still tried to give him a bumper there at the last second, but he had it. He had the lead on me, so.
You both of the 37 and the 27 were the class of the field for this race, and also the 2 car winning stage 1 and 2. Being that the defending champion was in this race, did that add any more pressure for you to try to defeat him?
It's always fun racing with him. He's always a clean racer. But I like Drebin. That was one of my favorite tracks. I thought I had it. Just lap traffic and wrong place, wrong time.
Yeah, the banking at Drebin really makes the racing unique and fun to watch. There was a lot of high-speed action, 3-wide action as well. Was it easier to make passes out there at this track than it was at Bristol and Vegas?
Well, I pitted and I stayed up front most of the time. I think I only went back to like third, so I had the advantage on that. The clean air definitely helped out.
Yeah, I was about to ask you that, actually. We're seeing track position really be the key to success so far here in the first 3 races of the season. What do you think is in store for us in the future when it comes to, strategy and all that?
Probably just pit in the first session and go from there.
Well, there you have it, folks. Ronnie, number 37, finishes runner-up today. Thanks for joining us.
Yep, thank you.
Ronnie in the number 37 car, everybody, finishes second at Drebin. A great run, not the finish he was hoping for, but a great run nevertheless, and still a solid points finish. We're going to see if we can get a interview with the champion, Nathan Scott, in the number 2 car, who of course dominated this race, showed a tremendous amount of speed. Joining us now in the commentary booth, driver of the number 2 dirt late model car, the defending series champion, Nathan Scott. Nathan, how you doing?
I'm doing fine. Yourself?
Yeah, I'm doing all right. It was a heck of a race, man. We saw you dominate stage 1 and stage 2, but then you kind of got mired in traffic a little bit there in the final stage. What happened out there?
Well, I pitted because I felt like at the end of stage 2, I ran my tires off, trying to defend the 37 car, and they shuffled me back, and then there was a bunch of contact in the back where I was racing, because I was stuck on the high line. I had to get to the bottom. I just ran my tires off again, trying to get up to the top 2 drivers. I was right there, but there wasn't enough time.
We saw lap traffic coming into play as well. Was your car able to go anywhere to make those passes, or did you really need them to kind of slip out of the groove a little?
I think I had the car to pass on the outside, but most of my passes were on the bottom. Felt like that's where everybody wanted to be, up front, in the bottom lane. If you could just arc the corner correctly. And I was just hoping that lap car would hold up the 37 and the 27. They could get racy a little bit, but once it got to 3 to go, I barely just got there. They were just battling. Not
If you
enough time, though.
If you had to choose another driver besides yourself that showed tremendous speed out there and deserved to win this race, who would it be?
I got 2 on my mind. I got Sputters and Ronnie, the 37, 27. 37 throughout the race was definitely a fast car. That was somebody to beat, and Sputters towards the end definitely had a good car. Once he started getting around Dino, a couple of other guys, I knew he had a car to go get the leader.
I asked the 2 drivers just a bit ago about this as well. We see we see that track position seems to be the key to success through the first 3 races of the season. What do you think that means in terms of pit strategy? What do you think the game plan is for most of these drivers now?
Well, the the thing is, you have to take into consideration that some people are going to stay out because they're fine with their cars, and most of the time you pit for adjustments. So if you can get your car to the right adjustment on that first stage, you don't have to pit in the second stage, losing track position, and then it'll be important for the next run, because this short track laps go very quick, so you don't have that much time to get back up to the front. And that's what my situation kind of was like.
Awesome. Thanks very much for joining us after the race. I know it's not the result you were looking for, but third place finish is still nothing to shake a stick at. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
That was Nathan Scott, everybody. Defending champion here in the NASCAR Dirt Touring Series. Driver of the number 2 Dirt Late model, finishing third here at Drebin, winning Stage 1 and Stage 2. Pardon me. And there you have it from the defending champion, folks, for what it's going to take in terms of strategy to keep that track position. It's going to be smart to maybe stay out at the end of Stage 1 and perhaps maybe take 2 right sides, or stay out once again if the tires are still in one piece at the end of Stage 2. You're going to have to find ways to get track position in order to get the finishes that you deserve. From all of us here at NOSSCAR, Kenny Adair, the host, along with Trevor Lane, the co-host, I'm Tyler McMurder, saying so long, everybody. This was the opening night for Season 2 of the NASCAR Dirt Touring Series, and it was a great success, folks. Sputters gets a win, Sputters gets a pair of wins, and Ronnie gets a win as well. Good night, everybody. NOSSCAR.com/Dirt Touring Series.